Good morning. I want to do an experiment today. I want to talk about COVID and the vaccine. And I will post a video on YouTube to see what happens. Yeah. It's just me talking. Yeah. I will not make any claims. I will just tell you what some people said. Yeah. And here's this guy. His name is Richard Bergström. He's an official guy. He's the vaccine coordinator here in Sweden. Yeah. So he says that there is no demand for the jab anymore here in Sweden. He says millions of doses in Sweden and hundreds of millions of doses in the EU may need to be discarded. This guy, Richard Bergström, yeah. Earlier he said that the Swedish citizens will need 50 to 70 doses for the rest of their lives. So that's the guy, right? It's just what he's saying, yeah. And he also says that recently the EU bought another 300 million doses to handle the Omicron variant. These doses are now stored since the demand for the jab is gone, and they will probably throw them away. See, I'm not claiming anything, I'm just telling you what this guy says, yeah. And now, COVID, yeah. Maybe you heard about this concept, long COVID. Did you hear about this? Yeah. Well, I will tell you what a guy said about it. And it's a guy in New Zealand. It's just an example. I heard this now. A couple of times I heard this concept, long COVID and post-COVID. Yeah. I heard that the United States, they are setting up these post-COVID centers, for instance. Yeah. All right, so this guy, Dr. Rob Griffiths in New Zealand. So he's working on rehabilitation and getting people back to work and so on, right? And he's warning about long COVID. He said, it could be with us for decades. Wow. He says, the addition of long COVID to New Zealand's existing chronic disease burden is likely to be significant. And we don't yet know how large the problem will be, he says. There are so many unknowns. Yeah, and then he did a comparison. He said, if the acute phase of COVID can be compared to a tsunami of healthcare need, right? Long COVID will be a subsequent flood of Noah-like proportions. I see. I'm getting this. I understand, right? So there was the COVID thing, and then people took the vaccine, and then there's the post-COVID thing, the long COVID thing, yeah? And this is very bad. It's like Noah-like proportions. I understand, yeah. I'm not claiming anything. I'm just telling you that I understand this thing, right? All right. Be good.